Hello, and thank you for joining us. This is Brett Haase with Utopia Solutions talking about the 9 Agile Automation Development Principles. Today, we are talking about principle number 3, which is establishing processes for handling the dreaded defects and issues. You're building a test automation framework. It's a development project, so you're going to run into framework defects. You're also going to run into hurdles and issues that are unforeseen things. For example, maybe the application under test is not working properly, and you need workarounds to these problems. Well, if you're following the 9 principles, you've got slack time available to handle defects and issues, but the key here is you are trying to deploy components or deliverables that your customer can use. So you need to only focus on critical issues and protect your project velocity. Do not sacrifice your project velocity. Fix only critical issues and put everything else into the backlog. So if you've got a critical defect, you use that 20% of your time that's free during each sprint to fix those critical things and put everything else into the backlog. Now, you need to focus on making your customer comfortable with that approach at the beginning of the project. So during your kickoff meeting, you have to tell that customer, we are going to be focusing on velocity and putting everything that isn't critically necessary into the backlog. If you get them to buy into that approach, I guarantee you your project is going to be much smoother because you can remind them of that during each sprint. They might have something they really want or they want fixed. You can always package that into a future sprint if you need to, but don't sacrifice your project velocity and only focus on those critical defects and make sure your customer is on board with that approach from the kickoff meeting. Thank you for joining us today. This is Brett Haase with Utopia Solutions. In our next segment, we are going to be talking about principle number 4, which is do not overplan. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.